Oh, come on. Here we go again. Okay, Stratford High School now. Rumors. Somebody overheard. Someone talking about something. School might close down. No, wait, no, maybe not. This is the same thing that happened at the James Island Charter School, basically. Someone overheard someone else talking about bringing a gun to school, they thought. And so basically, then there was a Facebook post about the overheard conversation about the gun coming to school and about this, fight that had been between some students, right? So what happens? What would happen when you were in school? Come on, everybody talked about fights. Everybody did. In some schools, a lot of kids brought their guns to school on the gun rack in the back of their car. Not today. So, Goose Creek police investigating rumors on social media sites. And so school officials are having to decide, because of some rumors, some stuff being said on social media sites, whether to close Stratford High School. Now they're saying, well, we've investigated this. There was talk of a gun. We decided it wasn't real, so we won't close the high school. We're at the point now where the kind of rumors that went around your high school, mom and dad sweated it out. Maybe the principal got involved. Now we got to have the full force of the state. The Goose Creek PD had to shake the place up. So Goose Creek, because of some rumors on a website, Goose Creek police officers were on campus this morning at the Stratford High School to provide an extra layer of security and peace of mind. Okay, now according to this, Fred Story has put this in my hands. The rumor started when two students were overheard making threats, and that the student that heard them reported them to parents, who then called the school. I just wonder what kind of mindset our kids are going to graduate from public schools with. Yes, I know we're in the post-Columbine era. I get that. Where police are called in to deal with rumors. Schools shut down over rumors. You know what this message sends? That problems between people cannot be dealt with without some sort of uniformed government police force. Would you get anything else from that? Now, I know you're going to call in and argue with me. I know. A lot of people disagree. And would I do differently? Would I ignore it? Nah, when there's a gun, you can't. I'm not faulting the principal here. I'm just saying we do not live in the world I grew up in, and I'm not very old. All right, I've been told I should take this phone call from Ike from North Charleston. John Quincy's giddy in there to see what will happen when I take this phone call. All right, so hey, Ike from North Charleston, what do you got?
Yeah, hey there. Well, I not to steal any of the thunder, Romney did excellently last night.
Mm-hmm.
He won the battle. He hadn't won the war, so there's more to go here.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot more.
But I wanted to call you because, I do political fact checks on everything. And I go to Office of Management and Budget, Brookings, Heritage. I check a bunch of different sites. Let me give you a fact here real quick. This comes from Brookings. $51 billion of the $90 billion has been spent in the clean energy, $90 billion that was put out there. 28 funded projects involved 23 different companies, which was put there by competitive bid. Out of those 23 companies, 4 have been sold or are not in business now, okay? So the claim that half of the businesses are gone out of business is just wrong.
I think it was half the money spent. I don't think he said it was half the business.
Well, that's another thing. It's just barely over half that has been allocated. Just so you know, 33 clean energy programs. Out of those, finance has been closed on 20. Some of this stuff involves high-speed rail, smart electric meters, weatherization of 770,000 homes, which, by the way, we've got a big operation here in Charleston. It's on Upper Meeting Street, and, it's a lot of jobs that have been provided and a lot of energy that's going to be saved. But my point is this, you asked what you would do to hold your position there.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there's a difference between a talk show and a listen show, and you're doing a great job in that respect. But to keep the job here in Charleston, there's only one thing you really have to do, and that is Democrats are all bad, Republicans are all good. And as long as you stick with that, you'll have that position as long as you want it.
Well, let me ask you, because I want to ask you a question here, though, and because I don't want to get into me. Okay, Solyndra, as you know, that loan, those were Obama donors, and we lost, just on that deal alone, $535 million. They've only repaid $1.5 million. I just out of curiosity, Ike, is that okay with you? Are you cool with that? Are you cool with Obama's buddies get the money and then they run off with it? You're okay with that?
I'm aware. Well, number one, I don't think you can name another business that went under to that tune. But beyond that, I'm aware that in every administration, when it comes to R&D and when it comes to funding cutting-edge projects, some work and some fail. The biggest problem that you've had in the solar industry, in particular, which we have a case in front of the WTO right now, is because China's been dumping their solar panels on us. And we filed a complaint, and we do have aggressive law action being taken place in the WTO. It is being fought the same way that they fought on the tires being dumped on us. But, listen, what I really want to say in the overarching conversation is this. If you've got a Republican Congress and you've got the ability to filibuster in the Senate and stop everything, okay, that makes it hard to get anything done. And all I really want to see from both sides of the aisle is take your attitude and your calcitrance and set it to the side and sit down and negotiate and get the things done that you can do. And don't put a complete hold on everything that you try to put through Congress. Let's get something done. And it requires... But let me ask you a question, though. It'd be okay. I'm just curious. Like, it would be okay with you if Romney wins this race and then he turns around and makes billions of dollars of loans to his top campaign donors. That'd be okay with you? That has been the political nature of things. Let me ask you this. Well, as long as it's okay with you when both sides do it, Ike, that's fine. That's fine. You're being consistent. Tara, was it okay with you when George Bush handed out no big contracts to Blackwater and did all the things they did and all the money that got wasted in Iraq? Was that okay? All the money. Okay, first of all, the Blackwater and those companies have been doing work way before Bush. Clinton was handing them contracts handed out by Cheney and his boys. Okay, listen, there's corruption through the government. I'm not going to argue that point. And no, I wouldn't like it. Like you brought up Debbie Wasserman Schultz, I've got no problem saying it's wrong for Romney. It's wrong for her. That just shows that we need to revamp our business model and we need to revamp our investment laws the same way we have to do something about these derivatives and this garbage that's going on in the financial markets. Okay? Well, I certainly, and Ike, I want to let some other people talk, but I certainly appreciate you taking the time to call me. It's nice to meet you, and I'm sure we'll debate again. Listening to Tara Servatius on TMA, or Tara on TMA for short. Let's take another call really quickly. Hey, Robert on James Island. Welcome to the area. Good to have you here. Thanks. This situation at James Island, it's going to end up being, listen close now. Okay. I think it's going to end up being TNT, nothing to it. That's what I think. And as for the debate last night, I'm glad Romney did so well, but I don't call that type of situation a debate. A debate should be an open forum where you can talk about your grandmama if she's done something wrong. But these debates they have, they're not really debates. They're just bold, in my opinion. But anyway, welcome to the area. And so far, you're doing a good job. I think you're going to be okay, and we all love you. Bye. Aw. Thank you. You know what? I love your accent. You could just go on talking about, like, the paint that's drawing if you would like. I would just sit and listen to it. That is it. John Quincy's pointed out to me, now, this is true, that you have an authentic Charleston accent? I'm an 80-year-old geech. I'll talk to you later. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, Robert. Call again, please.